Hey guys, I don't know how well you can see this. I'm under a bridge in the middle of a rainstorm, and look at this. And look at this. Come here, sweet darling. This is the second bass that we caught today, and holy cow, what a lot of fun. Thank you, sweet darling. Thank you, baby. Very limited in room here, as you can see. Not a bad bass at all. Thank you, darling. I appreciate that. Now I want to show you guys just a little prototype bait for us here at joeowenscustombaits.com, and it's an exceptional bait. When I say exceptional bait, I mean just that. This is a dynamite bait. Okay, let me set my little bag back down here. Okay, so we're all set there. Okay, here, let me see if I can. I don't know how well you can see this. I apologize for the horrible light, but again, I'm in the middle of a heavy rainstorm, and I mean heavy. It's coming down now, and I am under a 4-lane highway, and I'm catching bass on one of our signature series worms under the bridge. Okay, let me see if I got enough room and enough light here to show you what we got going here. This is a 3/0 offset Gamakatsu hook, and the bait that we're fishing is one of our 7-inch signature series. This is what I refer to, some people call them a speed worm, some people call them a zip worm, some people call them a cut tail worm, whatever you want to call them. This is one of our best baits, and it's outstanding bait. We sell these in 8 different colors. Got the cut tail there, causes a ton of vibration. Fish it exactly like you do a soft jerk bait. A lot of guys will put a great big huge hook in here, but honestly 99 times out of 100 when the fish take it, they eat the entire bait. You just wait for them to load the rod and give them a sweep set, and you'll have them every time. Dynamite bait, top quality. It'll catch multiple fish for you. The action on these are fantastic. So if you're looking for just a dynamite bait, here, let me put it in the water so you can see it. Can you hear that? Holy cow, what did we get ourselves in for this day? But again, this is Joe Owens or Joe Owens Custom Baits.com, and we are under a bridge in the middle of the rainstorm in central New Jersey, and boy, we're having a good time today. We caught one really nice bass. That bass there was a nice bass. We had another fish on that come off, but it was a smaller fish. I'm just right now obviously just trying to weather this storm out, and I'm going to keep casting here under the bridge, kind of side arming it here, and hopefully we'll be able to get another nice fish on here for you and show you how versatile these worms are. But you just want to fish this just like a soft jerk bait. Just give it a little twitch. I don't know how well you can see that, but it's just a dynamite bait. They have fantastic action. Believe me when I tell you, believe me when I tell you I don't want to get wet. So let's back up here just a little bit. I'm already wet anyway. But you can just cast these worms out with that cut tail and pull them back over the top. Here, let me show you. Just cast it out like that. Hold your rod tip up high and just give it a steady wind just like that. When you're fishing in and around lily pads and vegetation, you will not believe some of the bass that you'll catch doing that. Give you another presentation here just like that. See that tail whacking? That tail's going wackadoo, wackadoo, wackadoo. And the way I like to fish them the most so is I'll throw them out just like that, just like a Senko. Just a little bit of slack, just count it down a couple of seconds, give it a little twitch. The thing that you always want to do when you're fishing like this, with these, whether it's a soft jerk bait or this style of worm, make certain that you have good visual contact with the bait. And the reason that I say that, when a bass comes up to eat that bait, more times than not, you're going to see that bass turn sideways, and you'll see the lateral line and the white on the bass as he spins sideways to engulf that bait. So that's what you want to wait for. But when you're fishing like this, even if you see the fish take it, even if you're sure he took it, don't ever set the hook on these until you actually feel the fish. Let him load the rod to where he starts to bend the rod away from you, and then just give it a gentle, consistent sweeping action away from the fish. And 99 times out of 100, you'll have him hooked up, and you'll have a real good hook set on him, and he won't come loose. Wow, looks like we might be lucky here, guys. We may be getting some kind of a break. Another way to fish this too, and it's also a dynamite way to fish these, and you'll catch a lot of fish doing it, is take these worms. This one here is rigged weightless, obviously, with a 3/0 offset Gamakatsu hook. A lot of guys like to use the extra wide gap, and that's fine. It works, you know, that they work equally well. But if you're looking for a little bit different presentation, see all the lily pads over here that we got back here behind us? You can take these worms and you take like an 1/8 ounce or a 1/16 ounce or even a 3/16 ounce, depending on how fast you want the bait to sink. Little tungsten weight. I like the Picasso tungsten. It's those are good quality weights. I've had really good results on them. And just take your little bobber stop and you peg that weight against that head and throw them out and just slow roll them like you would a spinnerbait. Just slow roll them back through those lily pads like that, and that's a great way to really catch some big bass. Hopefully this rain will look at the action on that thing. Holy cow, these things are, I don't even know how many big bass we've caught on these. I mean, it's just, you could go to about any body of water that you want to fish and fish our cut-tail worms like that without throwing anything else, and I would be shocked if you stuck with them for the day. I would be shocked if you didn't catch, you know, 3-4 really nice bass. Anyway, we got a lake here in New Jersey called Aston Pink Lake, and Buddy was telling me, he said, man, they got a lot of tournaments there. He said those fish are so smart in there, you can't hardly catch them. I gave him a bag of these worms, and he called me the next day and ordered a bunch of them from us. And he told me that he was down there on a day where he didn't realize there was a tournament going on, but I guess there was. And he said he never saw the guys. He said he saw one guy catch one small fish, but other than that, he told me, he says, man, I must have caught 8 or 10 really nice bass while these guys were fishing a tournament, fishing it, you know, the way that I just described how to fish it. So hopefully that's a good tip for you. And again, the whole thing, the whole secret, if you will, about fishing this style of bait is, even if you're sure you see the fish, take the bait. Never set the hook until you feel that fish. I cannot tell you how important that is. You want that fish to load that rod, and as that rod starts to bend, you know, as he's loading that rod, as he takes that bait and he's swimming away with it, simply just give it a good, solid, sweeping hook set away from the direction that he's pulling your rod tip. And I can't even tell you by doing that the last time that I did not actually boat the fish. You'll typically get a great hook set on them, and it's just a very fun, very productive way to fish. And anybody can come out here. You can come out here, and I mean, wow, there's a little bass right there. Come on, baby girl. Holy Toledo Bend, you got another one over there. At least I think it was a bass. Sure looked like a bass. Throw it right over there against that bulkhead on that wall right there. Who in the world would have thought you would come out here and be catching nice bass under a bridge in the middle of a rainstorm? You kidding me with this action? Come on, sweet baby, come on out here and take it. Come on, baby girl. This is not a bait that I would recommend throwing on straight braid. Now, I mean, if you're swimming it, if you're swimming it on top like that, you can get away with straight braid, no problem. But this is kind of a visual presentation, if you will. If the water's clear, or if you're fishing it, you know, real slow, twitching it, or maybe a light Texas rig where the fish are going to get a better look at it, I would personally recommend fluorocarbon. I'm fishing this on 12-pound Gamma fluorocarbon line, which, yeah, you know, you'll hear me repeatedly always give kudos to Gamma line, and the reason that I do that is because I truly believe it's the best line that money can buy. When I'm fishing like a spinning rod, for example, I will use 5-pound Gamma fluorocarbon, and I have boated 6- and 7-pound largemouths and a ton of 3.5- and 4-pound smallies on 5-pound Gamma line. And I can't honestly remember the last time that I had any of it break. So, guys, we're going to kind of get, I don't know if it's brave or dumb, but we're going to kind of cruise on out here a little bit and see See what we can't do? Wow, I don't know. I don't like that. I don't like that lightning I just saw. But, and see how that comes across like that? Then just stop it. Give it a little twitch like that. Man, I'm telling you, these baits are so good. I mean, see this? Now I want you to take a look at it. See how that's just going like that? Whoa, gosh darn, I don't like that lightning. Get out of here, lightning. But you just throw it right up in there, pull it like this, then just clear that cover right there. Let it sink just a little bit, give it a couple of soft twitches. Come on, baby, come on. Come on. Come on out there. Give me a wackadoo. Wackadoo. You don't really, you know, this water kind of looks kind of dirty and kind of nasty. You don't, oops, that's a bad cast. Sorry about that. But you don't really realize how clear this water is until you get a white bait on there. And somebody got that old Jake brake going on that truck this morning. But it's to kind of give you a little bit better look. Now, with all honesty, I should have had one size bigger hook, but all I brought with me is 3/0. But you see how this is rigged? The hook point's coming out this side, and you want the cut in the tail going the other way. And what that does is it causes pressure on that tail as you're pulling it, and that's the way that we designed it. Get off there. Kind of have